So growing up, I had a best friend starting about junior high, and the second we kind of realized, it just clicked, and we used to laugh at everything. And when I mean laugh, I hope some of you know that sort of laughter, just that belly aches, stomach hurts, throat hurts, face hurts sort of laughter. And that could happen spontaneously and for any amount of reasons. We had our own language, our own inside jokes about everything that basically anybody could be subject to. We could just say things, or just we read each other. If something was funny to us, we didn't even have to say it. We would just, be at the movie theater and see something that somebody was doing, and it was immediately just gut busting funny. And he used to spend the night at my house. I'd spend the night at his house, all that good stuff. And that friendship went all the way up until his passing, probably about 6 years ago now. Um, and there was a point in time where I, I had to really correct myself because of course you're upset that the person has passed, but then I thought, man, I'm not going to get to laugh like that. I don't have people like that I laugh with now at that level. And again, I hope some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. But then perspective and appreciation and gratitude had to wash over and teach me the lesson that the reason I'm saying that I hope a lot of you know what I'm talking about is because many don't. Many people don't know what it's like to have that. And so while I felt like I was going to be robbed of a million more laughs like that, I had to remind myself that I was blessed to have had a million laughs to begin with. And that's where a lot of our places when relationships end can go. Whether you're leaving a job, whether you're moving out of state, whether you're retiring from a job, military, whether you are whatever it is that you're moving on, it's not just the intimate relationships. It's when things come to an end, and sometimes we don't have a choice in it, sometimes we do, and that might be a different set of circumstances. But it's kind of goes along the old analogy, it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. And I loved Chris, and I still do. I love him for all of the immediate laughs that we would have, the spontaneous, just jackassery, all of those things. But I had to remind myself. So hopefully we can all remind ourselves that while sometimes things don't work the way we wanted them to, and maybe you have a chance because Chris passed, but it's not like we had a falling out. If you guys have the ability to mend things or possibly just give that one last reach out, and I'll give you an example on that, on how sometimes you can possibly repair what might not be those next million laughs. I knew somebody who's going through a divorce, and as she was doing that, things weren't going well with the lawyers and all that sort of stuff. And she said, maybe I should just reach out to him. Just send him an email. Just reach out to him and see what he'll say, and just say, hey, can we just talk? Can we just be the people that we were to each other at one point? And you know what? I thought it wasn't a bad idea. Um, and I think a lot of times people need to be able to take that, be able to look at, again, somebody passing is different. But if you've had a tumultuous moment, if you've had something that has gone on in a relationship, whether it's work, whether it's school, whether it's with a neighbor, a family member, a loved one, intimate relationship, whatever, if you think there's a spark of possibility and you are wanting to repair that, take that chance, because a million laughs more is still waiting for you. And in a lot of cases, for a lot of people, when we lose people in a fashion that we can't get that back, those million laughs that we had are what we have to appreciate. But don't sell yourself short. Don't die wondering if there's a million more laughs, if there's a million more hugs, if there's a million more connections at work, if there's a million more, um, you know, adventures out there for you. Go ahead and look into that and make sure that you don't leave a million laughs on the table just out of something like ego or pride, or sometimes just hurt and not being able to see it for what it is in a larger picture and say that was an isolated moment amongst some other great things. Now, I like to think that had even Chris and I had a falling out, which I don't really recall we ever did, we could have repaired that. People who matter to each other will take the time to say, hey, time out, what are we doing? Let's get past this. Sometimes a little bit more time goes on before that happens, but again, maturity and understanding sometimes escapes us for longer periods of time than the next person. So we all grow at our own rate, but if you are reached out to, be willing to accept it in a gracious state. Even if you are declining it, be willing to understand that that person put themselves out there in a way that they didn't have to. So guys, a million laughs. Either appreciate what you had and what you can't get moving forward in the form of somebody lost, just leaving this earth, or the possibility of a million more laughs or a million more whatever it is. Just go for your million. Let me know what you guys think about this sort of thing. And please leave your ace up the sleeve advice, comment, experience. And guys, I can't stress it enough. Please hit the like. It's right there. It should be like right there. Hit the like button or even the thumbs down. I won't be mad at you, but it does help the channel. And of course, subscriptions are free, and free is a good thing in this economy. Don't forget to share it with your friends, and sprinklers are on. As always, I hope this finds everybody in your place, pursuit, or beginnings of total health, mind, body, and soul. Peace, love, unity, solidarity.